That might even go before step 2. Like, have a plan. Like, figure out how who you gonna get to do this, who you gonna get to do that, how you gonna market it, right? So
keep that thought. Keep that thought. So I want you to say that same thing again after I say this next thing. Please stay right on that same plane. So here's an example of a plan that someone could use. And this is something that I've seen myself. I'll give you a real quick backstory. Is I saw the way that music was sold for the first time working for this company called Squirt Entertainment. I actually wasn't working for them. They were interviewing me. And they showed me the way that major artists, like at the time, Jennifer Lopez was still recording. So it was a while ago. I was a teenager. And the way that she was getting her songs was there were songwriters and artists all over the country that would put together these songs in these studios, record the full song, right? They'd make the beat. They have a producer make the beat. They'd have 2 or 3 songwriters write the song, do some arrangements. They have singers come in. They pay all these people to come in and arrange all these songs, and then they send a package of 10 songs to Jennifer Lopez's management. And they listen to them, They pick a couple of them. They correspond back, and they say, oh, I like these. We may use some of these. You don't know until after they record them. Jennifer Lopez she's just an example of someone that I know that how this works. But there's a lot of artists. Any singer gets their music like this at a high level. She gets packages of songs that are already done. They're already fully recorded with vocals and everything. And all she does is her A&R tells her, learn these and these. And the ones that she liked, and she records them all. Yeah. And the ones that sound the best, the ones that work the best, they say, all right, we're going to use these. Then after that, they record them again. When they record them the second time, they'll call in background singers. If the background singers can't match the vocals that you sent, they'll call you and say, who's singing those background vocals? Such and such. And they say, fly him or her out. We're going to fly him or her out to LA because we need him or her to fill in these 2 or 3 parts for this song. Right. They'll fly that person out there, usually on the producer and the songwriter's dime. They got to pay for that shit. The label does not pay for it. Right. They fly that person out there. They'll record some bullshit. They'll do a 2-hour session, record, fly back. The album comes out. You get royalties checks every 3 months after the album comes out. So the day the album release, you're going to get shit. Yeah. But you're going to watch the numbers like a hawk. Yeah. Every 3 months, you're going to get a check. So like for the first check is usually kind of light, but the second check after 6 months is usually a big ass check. Nice. So I was actually in the presence of the CEO that had just received a check from, I want to say off the top of my head, it was Sony Records. And it was a fucking $80,000 check. Damn. And it was a printed out payroll check. So unless this motherfucker was scamming, I seen it right in front of my eyes. That's beautiful. I know he wasn't scamming because they had 2 songwriters. They only employed 2 songwriters. They bought a house for them to live in. The upstairs was living quarters. The downstairs was a studio. Damn. And all they did was write songs and produce shit and send it off to different artists. My point being is, if you don't do this shit, if this ain't your life, you're not going to get this shit popping. Right. If you don't have a plan, you're not going to get this shit popping. You have to be either recording for a producer that has a connection, or you need to be touring locally you need to be calling every promoter. You need to have someone who goes to every club that has an artist. Turn on your local urban, whatever your genre is, turn on your local radio station and listen to the commercial break and listen to whatever artist in your genre is coming to town. When that artist is coming to town, when you find out where they're coming to, call the place that they are coming to in the daytime, like during 9 to 5 business hours. Go there every day. Keep talking there. Call there, go there. Go there, call their email. Hound their ass. Find out who the promoter is. When you find out who the promoter is, do the same thing. Call the promoter, contact the promoter, blah, blah, blah. Let them know you got things. Once you reach out and make contact with that person, send them your material. And rinse and repeat over and over again all over town.
I think a lot of y'all out there need to be listening to what this man is telling you. This is the real talk. Nothing comes easy. Nothing's gonna get thrown to you. You gotta get out there, promote your shit, get your shit right, have that plan. Don't what's the term?
Don't sit on your ass and wait.
Don't sit on your ass, but also don't be, make sure you get the right people to promote your shit right and to make you sound right.
Yeah.
So do what you got to do. Save up a little bit of money and then get somebody to sound engineer your shit. Make sure you're taking the steps.
Mm-hmm. I just gave you a formula that can actually work right now today. It's gonna cost you some money. A lot of the times, what it is the step I just spoke about, calling and tracking down the promoters. That's what a manager is for. If a lot of you have a manager and your manager's not doing that, fire your manager.
Exactly.
This is Washington, D.C. If you're listening to this and you're in the Washington, D.C. area, there are shows happening all the time. It don't matter if it's 10 people there or 1,000 people there. You need to be at all of them. Every single one, because you have to build your resume. People have to see who you are. They have to hear your name. Once you have video, once you have posts on your social media, once you have a few people following you that know your name, if they say your name, they can hear you. You can easily get an interview on KYS or PGC, one of the local stations. That ain't hard. They're looking for people that are doing shit. You can take your clout to other cities. You go to another city, do the same thing. You call the promoter, say, hey, I got an artist and wants to perform. You go perform, tell them, say, all we want to charge is get us drunk. Let us drink. You don't got to drink. I'm not promoting that you drink, but just say that. You know what I'm saying? So that you start getting the mode of being compensated for your work.
And I think like what you saying, child, is that like that's what their manager should be doing. But if the manager ain't doing it,
fire your manager.
Manage your own shit. Manage your own shit.
But you know what? I'm not a promoter. I'm not gonna promote that. LuchoSpeax. The reason why I'm gonna say that is because as an artist, you should be focused on artistry. You should have a good manager. Just like I'm not going to a lot of these guys that are artists, they want to get their own microphone and their own Pro Tools. No, don't get your own Logic. Don't get your own computer.
Focus on what your specific talent is.
Oh yeah.
Let somebody that knows what they're doing take care of the rest.
Yep. And if you by yourself, this is the last thing I'm gonna say to that one dude that's sitting there listening right now and say, I don't need nobody. I make beats. I got a mic. I got bars. Good fucking luck, bruh. Good fucking luck. And I want you to fucking write a rap about me when you hear this shit. And I want you to talk shit about me. And I will gladly touche you, sir. But
I think that's good shit you putting out there to people, man. I think that's a great... People need to listen to that want to get into the industry. And, I think what you've given... I mean, that's good shit, bro. Y'all need to listen. It's free advice. It's free advice.
It ain't going to be free forever.
All you got to do is watch the ChildsPlay Podcast. That's all you got to do.
It's all for you. It's right there. It's for you. We did this for you. I love it. All right, well, we're going to keep it moving, man. I definitely wanted to get into this week's strain review.
Oh, yes. That's always an exciting time.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite times of the show. It's not as fun as it is when we're in low-level studios. Yeah, because, we can... It's a place where we can partake and do things.
I know.
That we can't do over Skype. I miss that, too. But it's okay. Those times will be back. We'll get back to it. In the meantime, I want to talk about this. Before I talk about the strain, I want to talk about the folks at Dank Paradise.
Yes. We've heard that name many a times.
We have heard that because Dank Paradise is the official 420 sponsor of the ChildsPlay Podcast, and I'm beginning to form a very good relationship with them, and I just get a warm and fuzzy feeling inside when I talk about Dank Paradise. And I had an opportunity to sit down with them for a while this week, and we talked about some things coming forward. Just for those that don't know, I'm an advocate of 420. I'm not just an advocate of just sitting on the corner and rolling up blunts of bush and smoking it. I like my premium designer. I like things that are well grown. I also believe that certain marijuanas can fix certain ailments that we have. So, if you know the person that's growing it, it's basically a vegetable. And the folks at Dank Paradise are focused on the science behind 420. And we've decided to partner up with them, so you will hear their name often when they're developing new strains and they're developing new products for the people. They're also fighting the fight for full federal legalization. So we just want to just take this moment for Dank Paradise and just give them a round of applause, from the ChildsPlay Podcast. We appreciate you guys. Clap, 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 clap. Make sure you follow on Instagram at Real Dank Paradise. Again, that's Real Dank Paradise on Instagram. They're always posting plenty of nice imagery. Nothing is for sale. Please, ladies and gentlemen, don't be on and then fucking DM talking crazy. Ain't nothing for sale. This is all about science, all right? So relax your tits.
Yeah.
Put them away.
Next thing you know, motherfuckers like, man, let me get a pound on that now, yeah.
Oh, that shit, hold me down. Let me, on the block, let me hold something. Nah, it ain't like that. All right, so relax.
I got credit with y'all, right? I got credit.
Yeah, exactly. Relax, motherfuckers. Calm the fuck. This week's strain is GMO. It's a medicinal cannabis strain.
Ooh.
Yes. It is an indica dominant hybrid, which I requested because I am currently, from our friends in California, I have a very, very, very lovely, strong sativa dominant strain called bubblegum. So I needed something to help put me down and put me to sleep.
Oh, I love that bubblegum, boy.
Yes.
That shit is good. That shit I have you mow the lawn, clean the house, clean out the attic. And you still got energy to hit the club.
Still got energy to hit the club and fuck something real good afterwards. You know what I'm saying? She gonna call you tomorrow, guaranteed, with the motherfucking bubble gum.
Can we get back on?
Right. I know, right? Bubblegum got my head all fucked up. I digress. Yeah. This GMO is very, 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 very nice. It's an indica dominant strain. I had a chance to sample it several times. It once again, it's very bottom heavy. Nothing happens really fast. It doesn't get straight to you. It goes straight to your lungs and kind of stays there. It takes a solid maybe 90 seconds for you to really start to feel the effects. Mm-hmm. It's a smooth day operating strain. Okay. It's something. However,
smooth operator shit.
It is a smooth operator. However, it's really strong. It's very potent. So I don't recommend smoking a whole lot of it if you got somewhere to be.
Right.
If you got somewhere to be, I imagine eventually it will start to put you down.
Right. So you don't want to go to this on a meeting.
No, maybe one or two bowls on a meeting, but you don't want to smoke a fatty with this. So I'm gonna hold it up to my shitty so you can see it. But it's very
good.
It's pretty. It when you look at it, it's not sexy, but
hold it back up there. Hold it back up there real quick. Hold it back up there. Hold on. I can't smell it, bro. I can't smell it.
That's maybe that's when 5G. Maybe that's 6G. When 6G.
Yeah, right. That's 6G.
We're waiting on that.
That should be killing bees. That should be killing birds.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
So that shit in Cali, that 5G is killing all the bees and all the shit around there. All those 5G towers, they be finding hundreds of bees and fucking insects just dead.
Crazy, bro. I don't know, man. And then you got people saying it might be connected to the Rona, but then you got other people saying ain't no fucking way it's connected to the Rona.
Man, I don't think it's connected to the Rona, but I do believe that it may affect some shit.
Yeah, it's got to affect something, man. But yeah. In the meantime, this GMO was affecting my body, and it was just rocking and rolling, making me feel real good. I recommend for a heavy smoker, if you want to feel something, to keep a sativa or a head cracker close by, some sort of a haze or some sort of a kush with a gassiness to it, because it's extremely subtle.
Okay.
It's definitely a medical cannabis. Now, one thing I did notice, a property that I loved, it has heavy bronchodilation properties. And for those who don't know what that means, it loosens the muscles in your lungs, basically. It opens up your lungs. It's called a bronchodilator. If your lungs are tight or you got phlegm in your lungs, this motherfucking shit clears you out. Yes. It was unbelievable. I feel like I could run. I feel like after I finish running lap. If I was out of breath, I could take a little small hit of that and it would let me catch my breath.
Open you up, you can run another lap.
Yeah, and it was pretty